And maybe we should begin, Seeds.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm going to ask, how are you?
How am I? I'm not sure actually how I am. I've slept in a hotel. It's next to a very busy road, and I didn't get too much sleep. I had all these dreams. I think about 100 of them. So this is my body today. In general, I'm in this state where I feel like I'm reinventing myself. Many of the things that were true to me doesn't seem don't seem to be true anymore, or they just don't have the capacity to hold me and hold life and hold what I want to do in life anymore. So I feel like I'm, well, in liminal space. And also, I'm a bit excited because tomorrow is my wedding anniversary and I'll be married for 20 years tomorrow. And somehow that seems to be a big thing, a good thing. And I'm really looking forward to celebrate with me, my husband, and my kids.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. So, how are you, Sarah? What is it you're holding?
I, the best way I can describe it is comme ci, comme ça. It sounds a little bit similar to you in this space where something new is emerging. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what. And there is a feeling that it's important that something new emerges, that everything that I've been doing and everything that I've been holding is no longer as life-giving as I like to enjoy my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels like some sort of ending and new beginning. And it feels like it echoes something that's happening to us all globally. There's a lot of things ending, and there's all of the
Mm-hmm.
chaos that comes when things are ending and disturbance and all of that. So I have some of those feelings inside of me. And yet, this disturbance and disruption often opens up new things that weren't possible before and
Mm-hmm.
have the potential to be very exciting because I love new beginnings too. I love the energy of new beginnings.
No, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like that. So moving between sadness and yeah, that sort of heavy feeling that comes when you're facing things that are difficult, and then moving into the excitement and trying to not make meaning of any of it. How can I be present with all of it? Yeah. So that's very much how I am and where I am today at this moment.
Yeah, and it's not only with the difficult stuff, it's also with the wanted experiences.
Mm.
And it happened to me not so long ago. As some of you might know, I got the diagnosis diabetes type 2 in the beginning of February. And I was in shock because this was the first time in my life that my body was really protesting against my lifestyle in a way. And I looked up what is diabetes for kind of disease? Why do I get this disease? And what is it I can do with it? Not against it, but with it. And then I thought, in a way, this disease is telling me set boundaries, set limits for yourself and for your body. So I started doing that. And also, I thought, I don't want to be dependent on taking medicines for the rest of my life because it's a chronic disease. So, what can I do to, in a way, heal myself, cure my body from this disease? And I started eating keto, which is really good. I can really recommend it. It is now 3 months ago. And 2 weeks ago, my doctor said, Siets, you're doing awesome. It's really going well. You can stop taking medicine. And then I got confused because this was my goal, but my goal was to do it within a year. And I reached my goal within 3 months. And the first couple of days without medicines, and mind you, I'd never taken any medicines in my life before, but the first few days, I was really unstable and unsecure. How can I trust? how can I trust my body? How can I trust my doctor? How can I trust? Because when you have diabetes and your body doesn't process all the blood sugars, it's really a danger to your organs. So I thought, how can I trust that my organs will stay in a healthy state? So it's not just with the wanted things, but it's also with setting your goals. So I think it's really confusing and interesting and playful and all these things.
Yeah, it touches into what I've been listening to and reading lately about, do we trust life?
Yeah.
And if we think of it in systemic terms, life begets life. And so, can we trust the process of life, even when it doesn't look like what we would expect? And actually, this teacher was talking about our dependence on external things to give us a sense of safety and trust, rather than connection internally to things and finding our trust there. Like our body actually has its own healing powers if we allow them, which I find intriguing.
Yeah, and knowing that and understanding that is something else than living it.
Exactly. Where is our faith in all of that, of course, is the other question.
So, having said that, we would like to invite you to join the breakout rooms. And the structure for the breakout rooms is this one. So just ask each other, how are you? What is it you're holding? What is present for you at this moment? You might want to take a picture of this screen so you can remember easily. So just ask, how are you? What is it you're holding? And then when you're person A, you give at least 3 different answers. And each answer is true to you at this moment. Maybe tomorrow it's different. Maybe for somebody else it's different. But for you at this moment, your answers are all true. And then the one who's person B says, life prevails. In Dutch, you would say, het leven gaat door zoals het is. Whatever it is person A just said. And then person C says, you can trust life. In Dutch, you would say, je kunt het leven vertrouwen. And then if you're person A, you choose what you want to resonate at. So this is it. How are you? What is it you're holding? Give at least 3 answers. Then person B says, life prevails. Person C says, you can trust life. And then you choose what you want to resonate at. I'll open the breakout rooms. We'll give you 15 minutes, then call you back and do some reflection together as we always do.
It's definitely too short, seats.
Always.
Never enough time.
Never. And yet there's plenty of time. So everybody's back again. Thank you. I hope you had a really pleasant stay and an interesting conversation in the breakout room. And this is the structure of these sessions. So if you want, you're welcome to raise your hand. Please use the yellow hand and turn off your microphone if you're not invited to open your microphone. And if you raise your hand, I'll give you the turn. You can open your microphone and share whatever it is you want to share. It can be about anything. If you still have your microphone on, please turn it off. And what is it you'd like to share, to reflect on, or just to say, to ask? Thank you, Ruben. Yes. Betil, I see your hands.
Hi from Istanbul, Turkey, and thank you for this opportunity. It was nice because I felt that trust life means trust yourself. I felt it. Thank you for my group and for the whole group. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Thank you for trusting. Thank you. Anyone else? What is it you'd like to share, to reflect on, to ask? Yolanda. Your microphone is still on, off.
It was very powerful for me to open up with totally unknown people. And I was very surprised that I could open up and really felt the connection, and very nice startup for me this early. And it was emotional, but it's good.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And isn't it awesome how little it actually takes? How little it takes for us humans to connect, and to share, and to be of meaning. Nikki, I've seen your hands.
Thank you, Seats. It was a beautiful connection, and I think we all felt the difference between how the two sentences landed. And we also had an interesting thing happen. English wasn't the first language for everyone, but rather than saying life prevails, it turned into life reveals, which was a really powerful phrase as well. So I just thought I'd share that because it was really interesting to see what emerged, and what a beautiful response that was as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. In a way, it's how life shows itself. It just changes into whatever is needed. Yeah. Thank you, Nikki.
And
Diana.
Yeah, good morning. It was, of course, there's no coincidence that this was the best question that I could ask myself and other people today. That could be, and with sharing these things, it's also interesting that when things happen in your life or are not happening in your life, there are so many people who are in this situation at the same time that it gives you so much rest and ease and peace. Okay, it's okay. It's the energy of the world at this moment, and that really was a good start of the week for me. Like really peaceful. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's lovely to
That's-
feel we're in something together.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and this is also how Sarah and I prepare these sessions. So we have this kind of list of topics we think that might be interesting to talk about. And then 30 minutes before this session, we check in with each other, and then we resonate to whatever is going on inside Sarah, inside me, in the world she lives in, I live in, the world we share, in the world we might not share. And we just are present and resonate to whatever is. And if we talk about trusting life, I think this is the ultimate way of trusting life. What do you think, Sarah?
Couldn't agree more. And it's such a relief, actually. There's no struggle. There's only awareness and paying attention. Like you said, life reveals. So what's present, and what do we notice, and where is the movement?
Yeah. Thank you.
Matt.
Matt, raise your hand as well.
Thanks. Yeah, just to thank you for that phrase. You can trust in life. I found it really powerful. I often don't trust in life for much, and I think for those of us who don't have faith, I often tend towards the worst case scenario and catastrophic thinking, and it's exhausting. So it's really nice to have this to think about, to think that I can dare to trust in life, and it just tones down the severity of the fear and the catastrophizing. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Matt, in so many ways, we've come so far from being connected to life in the way we live our life. And that distance produces this loss of connection, which produces this anxiety. which then fills our space with the anxiety. So how do we come back into connection and back into connection with life? And that's such a powerful thing. But our whole society is moving away from that connection. And for me anyway, the question is, how do I keep reaching out for that connection so that I calm down and I can actually notice what is there for me rather than what is against me?
Yeah, and also in a way, that's why we are offering this series. To experiment and to experience and to invite not only you, but probably ourselves as well.
Of course.
To choose what we resonate to, because I think there is a choice, and maybe there isn't, but we can pretend there is, and then already you change the outcome. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Sarah, before we close this meeting?
I actually think our closing is actually where the power lies. So shall I share? So the question or the proposition that we want to leave you with is a little bit actually what Matt was speaking about, and a number of you were speaking about anyway. And that is to really think about what level of energy would you like to vibrate at?
Yeah.
And are you choosing to be present to things that remind you of that energy? Because whatever we vibrate at is what we will bring around us. Either we bring it towards us or we bring us towards it. So what would you choose to vibrate at?
Thank you all for being here. We will send you the recording. I hope you make choices that bring life, that bring love, that bring abundance and effortlessness. And we hope to see you again next week. Bye.
Now.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.